German, ladies and gentlemen. Three little words. 8 little letters that simply mean I love you. Now, I love you is a very potent phrase, and it's a very big phrase which has 3 little words on it, but they're not the 3 little words I want to talk about today. I want to talk about 3 little words that can wreck relationships, that can castrate careers. Now, what could these 3 little words, 9 little letters be that was so powerful? You use them every day. But, and, why? Now, how could we demonize such common words? But you can't get through an A4 bit of paper without using the word but. And is the 8th most common used word in the English language. And why, surely why, has made us what we are as humans. Why has been the cause of why we've developed, why we've found knowledge. How can these words be demonized? Well, let me tell you. But is the terminator. But is the negator. Let me give you an example. If I were to be evaluating a speech of yours, and I said, that was a well-constructed speech, but you mumbled and I couldn't hear you at the back. Now, it's the character, the nature of a human that we focus on the negative. In fact, it's essential we focus on the negative. It's the only reason that we've developed as humans, that we focus on the negative. Imagine when we were cavemen, sitting in our caves, and we came out, and outside were all the forests, and in the forest we heard the snap of a twig. Now, the person who thought that that was just a little bit of a mouse soon find out it was a saber-toothed tiger. By focusing on the negative, we survived. And we're, in fact, descended from the people who are negative. We are supposed to be, disposed to be negative. But can be used, though, in a positive way. We can reverse that. I could actually reverse that same phase and say, you mumbled a bit, but it was a beautifully constructed speech. Now that sounds better, doesn't it? Not really that powerful, though, because there's still that big negative at the front. And that's where we could use this other word in a positive way, this word and. Because and has a different connotation to but. Well, and is the negator, but is the negator, but puts past everything that we said and multiplies it. So if we said, that was a well-constructed speech, and it would have been great if I could have heard it better at the back of the room, this is a far more positive context. Unfortunately, we could also use and in a negative way, and we do. Imagine the lady coming out in the morning and she's coming out and meeting her friend at the bus stop and she's saying, oh, the alarm didn't go off this morning and then I found I didn't have any eggs and then I found that I didn't have a shirt all ironed for my husband and now I've come out and it's raining and now the bus is late and I'm going to get to work late and. Building one on top of the other, all small things, all little things, building into this huge cloud of despair. And can be used positively, but it also, and is frequently used negatively. And then we turn to why. Why? Now, little girls and little boys always ask, why? That is how they get their knowledge. But my wife always asks me why, and it's not usually to get the sort of knowledge that I want to actually tell her. Now, my wife is absolutely wonderful. She thinks I can do no wrong. If she was here today, I'm sure she'd agree. Except when I'm in the driving seat. And when I'm driving, it's a different tale altogether. And we were going through Gabalva interchange only a couple of days ago, and she said, why? Why did you go in the wrong lane? There's all these people tooting at you, all these people shouting at you, all these people making signs at you. Why did you go in the wrong lane? I know why. Why is accusatory. Why is what accuses people, and you pop immediately into a defense mode. I told her. I know where I did it. I did it on the Gabalva interchange. I know how I did it. I turned my steering wheel and I went into the wrong lane. I know when I did it. It was about 2 minutes ago when you started shouting at me. But I don't know why. Why is the big demon? And if it was up to me, I'd ban the word why. They're my 3 little words. They're words that you use all the time, and what I do is to encourage you to use those words with far more care than I suspect you do at the moment. Thinking to yourself, could I use but in a way that's building instead of destroying? Could I use and in a way that doesn't build my problems into bigger things than they need to be? And could I use why in a way that informs me rather than accuses people? There are many other little words I could talk about. Only. Perhaps. Need. All of these are used and misused, but these are the 3 big ones that I really don't want you to use. Now, I've told you this, you now have this knowledge, and when you hear me speak again, you'll listen to hear, do I use these words, but, and why in the right way? Well, if I use them in the wrong way, and I probably will, please don't ask me why.